All right. Wow. We are live right now in living color. Woo, with our Tech Queen Elite Training Institute Adult Mentor Graduation. That's right. We are celebrating the adults. If you've been following us on Facebook this week, you would have seen the elementary age students. They were featured on Tuesday. That's for our kindergarten all the way through even middle school, 8th grade. And then on Thursday, if you follow us on Facebook, you would have seen the high school students. We showcased maybe about 3 or so for time's sake. And then our today is our adult mentor that has been led by none other than the Uncle Gary, affectionately known as Tug. And so I'm going to bring him on because he have, for the last 12 weeks, been working with these adults and teaching them applications from Microsoft, varying from Sway, OneNote, Teams, you name it. They have been, and our adults have been learning a lot of the most popular applications, including Excel and PowerPoint. And we have been on a journey for 12 weeks. And so our Teams expert by Microsoft and our OneNote expert is none other than the Uncle Gary. You all have been following him. If you follow us on Facebook, you know he's been very instrumental also in our elementary and middle age students. So without further ado, I'm going to bring on the Uncle Gary, affectionately known as Tug. Hey, the Uncle Gary. Woo!
Hey, Laura, how you doing? How's everybody? Okay, I
Perfect by God's grace. All is well.
am good. Okay, I
Yes,
am the
sir.
Uncle. Okay, so I am the Uncle Gary. I'm almost 70 years old, and I am so happy and I am so grateful that the Lord has allowed me to live this long, that He has allowed me to be able to transfer some of my knowledge to our mentors. And I really appreciate the opportunity to be here today. And I appreciate the opportunity of introducing the mentors that I have trained. I have trained in subjects such as OneNote and Teams. I have studied and have knowledge of other applications such as Microsoft Forms, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Sway. So Microsoft, that is my company, Microsoft. I love them and their products. I've been learning to use them, and I have incorporated them into the teams that I have taught. So I would first like to introduce Wanda. Wanda is going to do a presentation in Sway, and she'll tell you what that's all about as I turn the virtual mic over to Wanda.
Blessings and thank you for the opportunity. This is my presentation using Sway, and I thank God for my mother, my love. And this is the Sway presentation. Happy Mother's Day. And this is the one that we used at the church services for Mother's Day. Hallelujah.
Awesome. Woo!
Hallelujah.
That is beautiful. Wow.
Wow.
Mother's love is instinctual and conditional and forever.
Wow.
Like your background and the use of your creativity with artistic background and your insertion of tables, text tools, and graphic images. Nice.
Thank you. And we use the scripture 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 through 8. Bless God.
All righty. Oh, here's some more.
Amen.
Want to point out Coach Wanda's with Destiny Church of All Nations in the Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia area, DMV location area, regional, but physically located as a part of the Destiny Church of All Nations family as well. I'm going to give that shameless plug under leadership Dr. Pastor Adibo Tamamiwo.
Amen. And we ask the mothers to imagine themselves receiving a special gift. from their child or their children. In Jesus' mighty name, they received it all. Happy Mother's Day.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Amen. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay. Wow.
Nice. Woo.
All right. So that was Wanda. Wanda, what was the inspiration for your sway?
We did a message on Mother's Day, and so that was the presentation that we used to uh, illustrate our sermon.
All right. That sounds wonderful. That sounds wonderful. That was great. That was a good job. Good work. We appreciate you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Niece?
Yes, sir. So next we're going to have Dr. Anna, who is going to be presenting, and we're going to bring her on the screen right now. Dr. Anna, hi,
In
family.
Jesus' name, I receive
All
it.
right.
I'm presenting Sway. I just want to say to everyone, I want to thank Dr. Malone and Uncle Gary. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome mentors. Like, to all the children, to us mentors, we love you so much.
And we
And
love
Thank
and
you.
appreciate you, and you have been the rock and the right hand, and we couldn't have done any of this without your help and support and bringing everything together on top of everybody, every class. I don't know how you keep up with all the students, making sure they're on and making sure they're on time and making sure they're connected. So we're sending you virtual love all the way from Vegas and
yes,
around.
virtual love from here in Maryland also. So I'm so happy to be part of this group. And what I'm presenting today is going to be on Sway. And it's funny, I didn't know Minister Wanda was doing this also. And what I'm talking about today is healthy living. The reason why I'm talking about healthy living is because COVID, most of us are at home and we gained a lot of weight. So let me present, hold on one second. I'm going to my presentation screen. Okay. And so, like I said, I'm talking about healthy foods. And so the first thing I want to let you know is Sway is awesome. I found that it was a great presentation tool, and I was able to bring these images together and put some notes in there to explain. So, for example, people don't know that eggs are really good for you, but if you eat it too much, then you're causing more problem like cholesterol and all that, which is the LDL, which is one of the things you don't want high in your system. And LDL, I'll tell you the meaning later, but not right now. So another one is green leaves. Like, they are great for your blood. Vitamin K, it's rich in vitamin K. And then we have fatty fish like salmon. So salmon is good. These are healthy things that you can eat and put together. So I use Sway to put these diagrams together. And then there's cauliflower, which is the vegetables. And these vegetables now is used for rice, like cauliflower rice and great things like that. And then we have avocado. I love avocado. I just talked about LDL. So HDL is good for you. And that's high something, something, something. It's a long word, but I'm not going to get into that because we're not here for science. So the avocado is good. It has the good oils and the good cholesterol for you. And we have chia seeds, and here it says it's amongst the most nutritious food on the planet. If you're looking for fiber, you don't have to take medication for it. You could put a little bit of this in your water every morning and keep on going. It really has no taste, but it's really good. Then we have coconut oil. You can substitute your oil for coconut oil because it really is good for you. It has, as it says here, it's one of the best out there to use, and it has reduced a lot of people's belly fat, which I'm trying to lose right now. And the last one here is the fruits. And you know that fruits are good for you. Good fruits help your skin. It helps your inner, body. It helps refreshing yourself. And you can use it for smoothies and everything else. And so that's where I end with this part. But then I have comparisons. So with Sway, you can do comparison pictures. So what I did was a comparison of healthy food versus not so healthy, because it's not like you can't eat it. It's not just as healthy. So what I did here, I have 2 plates, and you can see the comparisons. Now, as you can see, we can't see the pictures very well. So I'm going to click on the first picture, and it shows you the plate. It has salmon, vegetables, and this looks like brown rice. I like this. This looks good. And then we have the other one, which is a burger with
Yeah.
cheese upon cheese, which I don't think we should be eating. Uncle Gary, don't eat this. Please don't eat this.
I won't.
And so we have another comparison, which again is what Sway would help you to do. If you're doing a presentation, you want to compare. This is spaghetti and meatballs, and this is zucchini spaghetti. So again, if you want to open it properly and see it, you can see this is with tofu, and this is with spaghetti and meatballs. You know, the normal spaghetti and meatballs. It has carbs, it has protein, but it's not as healthy as zucchini, which is a vegetable, and the tofu. And then Sway allows you to stack pictures. So I like the way these pictures are stacked. I can click on them and it will stack all the pictures. So if you wanted to do like a collage of pictures, of wedding pictures or family pictures, you can use this too. But what I was trying to compare is that there are different type of flour that you can substitute instead of using the regular flour that we use, like wheat flour. Right here, you can put the information in. It's almond flour here, and you have coconut flour. And if you wanted to open this up, you click on the link below, that little star sign there, and you can get like bigger pictures so you can actually see the screenshots better, as shown in this presentation. So the next slide is on healthy recipes. So what I did with Sway also is you can do stacking. Like I said, you can do comparison. And now I added videos. So people hear about keto diet. So I put a video of keto diet. I'm not really going to want to go through this. I'm just going to play a little bit, show you one part of it, so you can see how you can actually add videos to it, and you see how nice it looks. So in your presentation, whatever you're explaining, you could put this in there. And as you can see, it's teaching you how to use different type of foods in the keto manner of way. So I'm going to come out of this and move to the next slide. And so the next slide is DASH diet. So DASH diet is another diet that's good for you. Dietary approaches to stop hypertension. So those who have high hypertension situations, you would want to use DASH. And this is another video that I'm not going to get into, but it's a good educative video. Gives you education on how to eat. Now, this is how to create a healthy plate. So this has a balanced diet plate that is good for you. Also, again, I'm just going to play just a little bit so you can see. I just want to show you how the plate
A 9-inch
would look
plate for them with vegetables.
at the end. You see how
There
that
are
is?
two types of
I
vegetables.
think this is a great
So half your
presentation
plate with 9
opportunity. If you do not want to use PowerPoint, you
What
can
about
use
adding
this.
a side
And
of
this is how your
tortilla or
plate will
bread?
look.
It's hard.
So the last few slides are this, your balanced diet. What is the balanced diet? Again, I used another opportunity to create all these pictures here so you can see different pictures on what a balanced diet is. So not just telling you what it is or speaking about it, but you can actually see the pictures. And I stacked these together. So again, you can just click on these pictures and see your vitamins, your carbs, your protein, and your fats and oil for your for your balanced diet. So my last slide is an audio. You can add an audio to your slide, which is this. I'm going to play it. Hopefully it plays and you guys can hear it. Yeah, you probably
Thank
can hear
you,
it.
and this
Oh,
is the end of my presentation.
exactly. So what I said was thank you, and this is the end of my presentation. So thank you, Coach Duana, for allowing me to present my little Sway, Microsoft Sway.
Wow, wonderful, and especially the part about the dash, because I suffer from hypertension, and I'm taking prescription meds, and they are not really controlling it. So I definitely will look into and get some of the dash to help me with that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is it Dash or Mrs. Dash?
No, Dash. Dash came from Mrs. Dash came from Dash.
Oh, yeah. Because my dad cooks with Mrs. Dash, the yellow top of the container. Okay, so they are related. Is it husband and wife? Season?
Yes. That's a good one, Dr. Malone. Thank
That's
you
so
guys.
awesome.
Thank you for all your help. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And I think we have, yay, he got it. Pastor Jack is on.
What?
So we're
Yes,
going to go all the way
Pastor Jack,
over.
hello,
we thought you was on the moon. We thought you was on the moon for a minute, Pastor Jack. Where's Pastor Jack at? Oh, there you go. Okay.
I was trying to get on the moon, but I said no. I have to stay on the earth first.
And you see that click on that share screen button. You see that little button to share screen at the bottom. Hopefully, if you're going to share
Yes.
something, otherwise we could just hang out in the virtual studio. So whatever you want to do.
I
All
want
right.
to get it from. My Microsoft Suite. So how do I get there?
Yeah. So just click on your share screen button. First, pull up Sway, and then click on your share screen button from within this platform. You should see a little picture of a monitor that says share screen.
Yeah, I see
And
the share screen.
yeah, and then we'll be able to see your screen. And once you actually have it up, then we'll make it public since we are live on Facebook stream. So I guess we're having a live. So pull up Sway, and then right at the bottom, you should see your mute button, your camera settings, all of that, a share screen button. And while we're live on Facebook, I do want to announce that starting Monday, wow, we're already at 250 almost applications for our youth summer coding camp that's going to start on Monday. And
Yay.
we made that, woo, yes, that's crazy. We made that announcement the other day.
All right.
We're already at, so we're trying to make way and utilize our students and get everybody so that every student can be impacted. That's coming up this Monday, and it's for 2 weeks, a 24-hour boot camp. So thought I would give a shameless plug. Wow.
Okay. So I've shared my. Oh. Yeah, I've shared my screen now. Oh, let's see.
Alrighty.
Okay. I use Tech Queen said I share my screen. Then I go to Microsoft Suite.
Yes, sir. You want to pull it up? Make sure you share screen and then pick which window you want to share. It's going to give you an option. So we'll take you off from being live and troubleshoot with you in a moment. Actually, you're the last one for today. I do see Sharon also trying to join. But just remember, oops, I put you off by mistake. Just remember when you click share screen that you have to pick either your entire screen or application window. So you want to pick which screen you want to share and then click the button share. So you'll be clicking the button share twice as we do this live training with you on Facebook. If it takes a minute, we'll take you off screen. If it takes a minute and troubleshoot, but let's see. I think you got it. Nope, that's somebody else. And let me just see if we can at least hear from Sharon as well. So do you have it, Pastor Jack? Do you see the same? Let me ask you, we'll come back. Let me just ask you, do you see the share screen button, Pastor Jack?
Yes, I see it.
Okay, did you click on it?
It says entire screen or application window. So,
yes, that's what you want. And then click share again. Go ahead and click share again. And then I'll let you know if we can see you. So we'll just call this a live Facebook training. So you hit the word share again. You should see it at the bottom. And then if you have any audio, you want to click on the box that says share audio.
Okay,
and then that should do it. And we don't see you yet. So let's see here. Yeah. So we'll come back to you, Pastor David. Stand by. All right, so Uncle Gary, tell us a little bit about what you have been reviewing with the students, even this morning, some of the key tips and tricks from Microsoft Teams. You can go over that a little bit. I don't know, any nuggets as to why you're so passionate about OneNote, Teams, and by Microsoft, just any nuggets that you want to share with our virtual audience, and then we'll come back, hopefully with our Pastor David Jack. All right, Uncle Gary, the floor is yours.
All right, thank you, niece. First of all, I am so blessed to have the Tech Queen as my biological niece. Maybe along the line, you all will be able to hear our story as to how she was able to find me after 65 years. I had been adopted, and she was able to find me after 65 years of me living into my adopted life. and she flew me here to Las Vegas from Detroit, and we reunited after 65 years. And we did not take a blood test or anything because when we met each other, we were so much alike, and we had some of the same passion. And her mother and my brother, we was all just alike, and I felt the closeness. I felt the blood because we think alike, we act alike, we do so many things alike. We debate, argue alike, but we have fun because it's all in love. But her being the tech queen and me having a technical background also, some of the older programming languages like COBOL, Fortran, database, DBase 3 Plus, Microsoft. Well, not Microsoft Word back then. It was another software. I can't think of it right now. WordStar. So anyway, we joined together, and when I got here, I began to study a lot of the Microsoft products, and especially, and they came in handy in the end, the Microsoft application. They came in handy because with the COVID going on right now, everything is being done virtually. So I had a heads up on it before it actually got there, because my niece was already virtual, so it just fit right in. So I started to actually study the virtual world, and Microsoft has a wonderful platform virtually. And so one of the things that I trained with my group is Microsoft Teams, and Teams kind of remind you of StreamYard. It kind of reminds you of Zoom and FaceTime. It's simply an application where you're able to do conferencing call, and you're able to share just like I'm sharing with you right now. So I said that would be a good thing in this period that we're all at home and we're not doing anything live. We're doing virtually. That would be a good platform for me to become even better at. So I continue to study that, and I transferred my knowledge to my team, and they were wonderful. They were receptive. I'm glad to have been able to share knowledge, that type of knowledge, with them in this virtual world. And also OneNote. See, the world is saying the teachers are at home and the students are at home. So how are the students learning, and how are the teachers teaching? So Teams is not actually a tutorial type platform. It's more conferencing, more chatting. But OneNote, I also went over OneNote with my team, and OneNote is the answer to being able to share volumes of information. They have what's called OneNote in the classroom, where the students are able to receive homework virtually, do that homework, and the teacher is able to see what they done. The students are able to share images to do research and pass that research on to the teacher so the teacher can see it. So actually, the teacher is teaching virtually, but it's just like in the classroom. The only difference is not physical, because OneNote is a notebook where they're able to take notes. They're able to go online, import images, do research, place that inside their notebook, just like the physical notebook, and to actually import and insert audio, and to actually dictate in many different languages. So OneNote and Microsoft Teams is the answer to this COVID period for our teachers and our students. So please acknowledge that. Please look into OneNote. Please look into Teams and see how they coordinate with each other. And I'm speaking specifically for educators, for teachers, and for students, mentors, etc., staff, whoever. So that's what I have been teaching, and my team they are so quick learners. The My mentors is of the older group. They're not the elementary. That's my niece. They're not the elementary. They're not the teens. They are the adults, and they are wonderful. I enjoyed the how many weeks was it? 12 weeks. How many weeks
Yes,
was it?
sir. 12-week
That's
training. Mhm.
12 weeks that we were all together. So I really enjoyed it. I'm sure they did also, and they're ready to pass on the legacy. So hope you all stay safe out there. And this is Uncle Gary, and I'm turning the virtual mic and video back over to my niece, the Tech Queen.
All right, Uncle Gary. Woo! I'm drum roll banging on the desk. Awesome. You're doing such an awesome job with the Destiny Mentors. All right, we have another presentation from Pastor Jack all the way in United Kingdom, London, England, and great representation of their young people. I did see some shout outs for Pastor Reverend Dr. Adibo Tamamiwo. Who is saluting and definitely all of these vision and continued training where his baby is coming to life. And his vision of this global connection, learning technology training, and expanding it to Destiny Church of all nations and all over the world, so that these young people from Nigeria and all over Africa and Canada and Germany and so many places can. And now the Caribbeans, we have probably 100 students signed up for next week. That is expanded all the way to the Caribbeans. There's a total of 250 almost students right now signed up for our technology camp. So we're so excited. We couldn't do it by ourselves, Uncle Gary and I. We have a host of mentors, primarily from Destiny Church of All Nations. Shout out to Dr. Adibo Tamamiwo for such a wonderful support and vision. And so we thank you. You're loved and appreciated. And without further ado, I think Pastor Jack is ready. So I am going to go over to, and I keep turning my head this way because I got about 5 computers here. And my uncle called this a command station that we have here, Star Trek command station that we have. All these computers everywhere.
The
So
bridge.
I'm going to go ahead and turn over the virtual microphone to Pastor Jack so he can tell us what we're looking at. And we can't see your face, Pastor Jack. I think the lighting. So somehow
Okay.
you can adjust the lighting so we can see you. I don't know if you're intentionally trying to show us your silhouette, or if it's intentional, because that's what we see as a silhouette. Otherwise,
Can you see me? Am I better now?
it's a lighter silhouette, but it's a silhouette. So, oh yeah, it's getting better. It's getting better and better. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's getting a little better. Getting a little better with your face here. And so, yeah, there we go. All right, we can see you now. No silhouette.
Right,
It's a person. Thank you so much. We got you. You're wonderful. Tell us what we're looking at.
In this new season, new normal, it's a Microsoft Sway production titled "Working from Home." Okay, it's working from home. It's an interesting season working from home. Well, it's very interesting because it brings the whole family into the picture, along with all areas in the house. Best time to have pets. The work starts from what I refer to as the power room. I'm going to show you the power. That's the power room. Well, what a season we are in. My working from home starts from the power room, where our good Lord strengthens me. Then I gain strength in my rests. In my power room, I decongest my mind and spirit to regain strength for the next day. I channel my strength into an internal work and work within a confined space. There comes in my power room. Immediately, my feet touches the ground. The evidence strength received. Wow, such a lovely experience made possible by the good Lord. Next stop is my thought process. That's where my thought process takes place. The thought process is getting into the office is almost the quickest area to get over with because it tends to slow actions down because you have to turn that tap, put this away, wipe that away, clean that, switch off, switch on so many actions in so short a time. I almost scream, got to get out now. Working from home, that's where my to-do list is made up. I'm settled to think of what I must do on the day. The sound of running water gives me time to focus and tells me everything that has a start has an end. The power room dictates the thought process, and then I proceed to the situation room. This is my situation room. Yes. This is where working from home takes place. It's so different from the workplace, which is open plan with hot desking, no slamming doors, no excuse. Someone is sitting here, nothing like, please, can you take this call? Nothing like, excuse me, can you please help me do that? Or do you have knowledge of that? In my situation room, my to-do list is uninterrupted except with the inflow of emails. I can take any position, use devices to enhance production, and the situation room leads me to the engine room. That's the engine room. That is where I'm energized, gives me an opportunity to stretch my legs and some snappy snacks. The difference with the workplace is that I'm spoiled for choice with no distance at all, and it's all paid for in the present environment. There's no social distances and no untowards, kindly wear your mask. I wear my mouth very well. There's a captain in the engine room who ensures that all are served well and in good time. I get time to unwind and see what's happening globally in this time. In this room, I catch up with all my contacts and send greetings, and this is where the captain and other officers make their presence felt. And from the engine room, I now move on to what I call my chilasium. That is a place to rest. That's the garden, some will call it. They say every good thing has an exciting end. This is where I chill, relax, and carry out some physical, spiritual, and soul exercises. Note where sorry about that. There is an invisible mirror that reflects what has taken place throughout the day. Note I use here at all times of the day. When it comes to winding up on the day, when it comes to winding up the day's activities, it is a very enthroned place where the body, soul, and spirit work at all times. Working from home is a welcome change, only time will tell. But one thing is sure, it brought me on Microsoft Sway. Thank you very much.
All right. Ooh, wow. Wow.
And I
Woo.
want to say, before I hand over, I want to thank Uncle Gary. Uncle Gary was the one that put us on OneNote. OneNote has helped me in keeping my to-do list up to date at all times. I even have my to-do list for Monday on OneNote.
Wow. Thank you so much, Pastor Jack. Thank you. You're always so kind.
Thank you, Uncle Gary.
You're welcome. Niece, you muted, niece.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
All righty. Thank you both. Wow, such a great presentation. And I understand there's outreach today with Destiny Church of All Nations. So at 1 o'clock Eastern time in Washington, D.C., Maryland area. And so this concludes our presentation. Let me just check in and make sure I don't omit. Yeah. So we'll come back and maybe do a special episode with Sharon, and those pictures and those wonderful situation room, thought process room, the garden, so many axiom was just such a place of escape virtually for us. So thank you for taking us on that journey, Pastor Jack. Thank you to all the presenters, Coach Wanda, Dr. Anna, and all the comments from Dr. Debo, and just such a wonderful group of people. So we take our rest now for a couple months for the adult mentors, and then our direction and all attention is going to our elementary starting this Monday, July 20th. Monday, every day for 2-week boot camp. If you have students, children, they can register at TQETI.org and just look for the button that says summer camp. Summer camp starts Monday, and registration already at 250. We're going to cut it off at 300 students. So we're at about almost nearly 250 right now, and we'll cut it off at 300 students, and we'll go from there. All righty. Thank you.
Thank you, Tech Queen.
Blessing, and thank you for your faithful following of our audience and our journey, and to many of you who has asked how you can even sponsor our elementary and middle school. All of that is available on TQETI.org, and we'll put more information on our Facebook and YouTube channel. Thank you. Shout out, love and appreciation from the Uncle Gary and the Tech Queen. Yours truly, signing off.
Signing off. Bye.